Hey, what is up, guys? So I decided to have a look through the YCS decks. Now, I'm not going to go through every single one that made top cut. I'm only going to go through the ones that were a bit more interesting that I didn't think would do as well. But after seeing regionals and judging that, I can see why some of these decks actually did quite well. But enough the side yattering. So we have the second place Alessandro B's list. It's an interesting tri-brigade list. We have 3 Ash, 1 DD Crow, 1 Cobalt Sparrow, 3 Turquoise Warbler, 2 Nibiru, 3 Fractal, 2 Keras, 3 Kit, 3 Nerval, 1 Colby, 1 Cosmic, 1 Tenki, 1 Foolish, 1 Chalice, 2 Droplets, 3 Bird Call, 3 Prosperity, 1 Talent, 1 Imperial Order, 3 Imperm, and 1 Revolt. For the extra deck, we have 1 Axis Code, 1 Double Dragon Lord, 1 Appaloosa, Zeus, Downer, Doll, Doom Eagle, 1 Assemble Nightingale, Almirage, 1 Berbrum, 2 Ferigi, 1 Rugal, and 2 Omen. For the side deck, we have 2 Alpha, 3 Droll, the third copy of Nibiru, 3 Lightning Storm, 1 Twin Twisters, 1 Anti-Spell, 3 Dimensional Barrier, and 1 Red Reboot. So, with this list bearing in mind, pushing the one-offs to one side of the Cosmic Cyclone and the Cosmic Cyclone and the 1 Chalice, this seems to be like a standard tri-brigade list, very different to some of the builds that I've seen personally. Usually it's Bird Up or it's tri-brigade control that has the DPE package in. Once you basically charade your opponent, you're in a pretty decent-ish position because the Revolt allows you to charade your opponent during your opponent's turn, and usually in standard tri-brigade lists you can end on an Appaloosa, a double Dragon Lords, an Appaloosa for 2 minimum, double Dragon Lords, and an access to Revolt, so that means you have 2 negates, bounce, and a banish during your opponent's turn whenever it needs be, and then the follow-up turn usually go access code and kill them. So for your first turn, it is standard control the board presence so that you can whittle down the amount of response that your opponent can do during their turn, and then during yours, it turns into full combo and does quite well. The more interesting things of it are the one-off Cosmic, and one-off Talents. It's a very interesting choice for that one. Usually I would see people playing multiple Cosmics in the main deck because the issue is if you go up against the Dagda Scythe combo, Cosmic actually comes up a lot more than any other form of back row removal, because if you do blow up back row and they didn't search the Scythe, they just hard through it, then you're going to be having a bad day. For the Chalice, I can see that I've always had a back and forwards with Chalice and Droplets for control lists. Like in tri-brigade, opening up Droplets is fine because you can ditch Kit or Nerval to get access to negate your opponent's stuff, and then you get free follow-up because of it. But with Chalice, you don't need that. You just have the one-off negate, which sometimes is all you need, and sometimes you just don't have the additional stuff you want to get rid of in that situation. But it's a case of I just see it as you play 3 of one or 3 of the other, preferably 3 Droplet though, because it does do more. As much as Drytron players don't play the Perfect Herald, as always, there is always that possibility that you just have 3 blocks to that. But besides that, it does seem a solid list. The only thing that I see is just a bit weird of it is just the one-offs of the 1 Cosmic, 1 Talents, the 1 Twin Twisters and the 1 Anti-Spell. Personally, I don't see any reason to playing more. I don't see a reason to playing the additional Twin Twisters. If you were going to play another form of back row removal, it would be a Harpy's Feather Dust stuff. But for similar reasons of Droplets, you can. Twin Twisters is also good. Onto the second list, we have Ifrank's Drytron list, which is following a similar sort of pattern. We have Ifrank's Drytron list that plays 1 Ben 10, 1 Ida 10, Dark Magician, 3 Diviner, 3 Alpha, 3 Delta, 2 Gamma, 1 Draconoids, 3 Zeta, 1 Eva, 2 Herald of Orange Light, 1 Herald of Perfection, and 1 Red Eyes, 1 Call By, 3 Cyber Emergency, 3 Dark Ruler No More, 1 Dawn of the Herald, 1 Drytron Fafnir, 2 Nova, 1 Foolish, 1 Meteornus, 3 Pre-Prep, 3 Regular Prep, 1 Red Eyes Fusion, 1 Terraforming, and 1 Imperial Order. The extra deck, Barricade Board Blocker, Beatrice, Coral Sword, Zeus, Downed, 1 Fafnir, 1 Entis, 1 Arclight, 1 IP, 1 Unicorn, 1 Link Rebo, 1 Assembled Nightingale, Auroradon, Anaconda, and Dragoons. And for the side deck, we have 1 Natasha, 3 Droll, 3 Nibiru, 1 Cosmic, 1 Feather Duster, 1 Mystic Mine, 3 Infinite Impermanence, 1 Red Reboot, and 1 Summon Limit. So I've seen people. So with the Drytron list, it seems more interesting in the fact that not many people are now playing the Ultimate Herald. They're just playing the regular Herald because the thing with the Ultimate Herald thing is you can't search it off pre-prep, and with the preparation of rights, you only have one target. You only have your 2 targets in this main of Idaten and Benton, while if you play regular Herald, it is a level 6 target, and because of pre-preparation of rights, it's also a target because it's stated in the text of Dawn of the Herald. It can't negate the summons of monsters, but it's still a spell trap and monster negate, so it's very good in that sort of sense. Of all you need is this with a bunch of fairies in hand, and it's just as good as the other one, especially if you have Perfection followed up by the Dragoons. I'm assuming the reason why he's playing the Dark Rulers, though, is either he's opted against not playing Droplets, because he wants to keep some of the extenders in hand, because if you do have some of your Drytron names negated, or in the case of bird up matches where things get DD crowed, you lose your resources very quickly, or it's just a case of he doesn't know Droplets and is playing Dark Ruler over them. The Imperial Order is an interesting tech. I've spoken to a few people about it. It's interesting that it's played in Drytron, considering the heavy spell lineup of if you flip up the order, your opponent doesn't need to out your order. They just, in the case of Bird Up, or even in Sword Soul, they can leave you with the order and then just pick apart your monsters, because you don't have access to as many good plays once you've lost. Once orders flipped up, if you're drawing into your spells, it's just going to be a sad day for you. The extra deck is the extra deck's perfectly fine, actually. The extra deck's perfectly fine, how I see it. The side is interesting again. Lots of interesting one-offs. The Natasha is okay in the side. It's not needed in the main as much, because its stealing effect. There are too many negates that can easily deal with it, and once your opponent knows that you're on Drytron, they play around the Natasha, which is actually pretty decent for this list because you're not maining it. And the effect of gaining life does always come up in time. Any form of gaining life does always come up. The one-off Cosmic and the one-off Duster, again, I don't see the reason for it. I would probably side more Mystic Minds over. Because it does come up a lot, and if you're up against multiple decks, the fact that you don't play that much back row, settable back row, people tend to side out all the back row removals, so that's then a good time to side in your Mystic Minds for game 2, you activate them, and if you're up against Sword Soul, you can just wait a few turns before committing to any plays, because the usual thing is they would actually side out the back row removal and only keep the blackout in. As long as you don't put another card on your blackout, will never be useful. Red Reboot is pretty standard in any common deck, and the one summon limit, again, is a bit weird. I haven't seen any lists particularly play summon limit, but that just might be a weird and interesting tech on its part. And for the final one is Ben's list for Dragon Link. It is quite standard, but seeing Dragon Link actually make top tables, truth be told, I did not see this coming. So into the list, we have 2 Apsarouter, 3 Ash Blossom, 1 Black Dragon, 1 Chamber, 1 Leviania, 3 Nibiru, 2 Nocto, 3 Gamma and 1 Driver, 1 driver, 3 gamma, 1 red eyes, 1 recharger, 2 synchron, 3 tracer, 3 safer, and 1 white dragon. Spells: 1 boot sector, 3 chaos space, 1 dragon's ravine, and 3 quick launch. Traps: 2 tidying, and 3 infirm. Extra is access code Appaloosa, Borrowload Savage, Chaos Ruler, Palki Fibrax, 1 Dark Arm, the Dragon of Annihilation, 1 Romulus, 1 Pisty, 2 Heavenly Spheres, 1 Hot Red, 1 IP, Unicorn, Quad Borrel, and Striker Dragon. And then for the side we have 3 Lanzia, 2 Droll, 3 Token Collector, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 2 Twin Twisters, 1 Red Reboot, and 3 Summon Limit. So, there's not really anything that I can say about the main, so I guess we can just gloss over it. It is standard Dragon Link, and Dragon Link does Dragon Link. The only difference that I've seen from other Dragon Link lists is most of them now I've seen are turned into 60 cards, but besides that, there's nothing else to say about it. The Dragon of Annihilation is an interesting choice because its effect is once per turn. If you have exactly 5 dark monsters in your graveyard, you can exceed summon this card with 1 Dark Arm Dragon, which is never going to come up. You can detach 1 material from this card, target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it, then banish 1 card from your graveyard. Also, this card cannot attack the turn. So it's just used as free spot removal. So it's used as free spot removal. However, the only way that you can make this actually is, I've just noticed the Reddit properly, is with 2 Apsarouses, which I guess is a very rare circumstance that will come up, to say the least. You could have Rocket Synchron into 1 and then Pisty out the other, I guess. Oh, can Quad Borrow actually do it? So that's just an interesting choice of cards. The side deck is pretty standard. The only thing that I personally, again, is the Twin Twisters over Cosmics. You get side locked, you're going to have a very bad day, and the fact that you don't have any main way out to that lock. Fair enough, if you open your Ashes against the Fusion Destinies, that's fine, but if you don't open those, then you're not going to be having a very good day. But besides that, that's really everything on it. Thanks guys for watching. Thanks guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as always, and I'll be signing out now. Peace.